Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Morgan Heinrich, and I'm the Director of Marketing at Legacy Purchasing Group. Today, we're going to be talking with Amy from the Better Business Bureau about their amazing resources, and we are so excited about this topic because I've learned so much by meeting Amy. So we're going to welcome her on. Hi, Amy. How are you doing today?
Hi, good morning. Doing great.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We are so excited about this as a business resource as well. I know we bonded over that when we first met. So can we dive into who you are? What's your background?
Yeah, so been in Fort Worth for many, many years. I have been in nonprofit for more tan 20 years. Started at the Amon Carter Museum, went to Girls Inc., and then came to BBB and absolutely love it.
So can you tell me what the Better Business Bureau is, what it does? I mean, I thought, so when I originally heard Better Business Bureau, I immediately went to Yelp. I went to, it's just another kind of place to look up good businesses. But when I met you, there was so much more to it. Can we talk about that?
Yes, there's a lot more. So we are a standards-based nonprofit organization that is passionate about building better business. Our mission is to be the leader in advancing marketplace trust, and our vision is an ethical marketplace where buyers and sellers trust each other. So really coming at it from the angle of creating an ethical community for businesses, where consumers can find great businesses to do business with, but also supporting those businesses and helping them to do better and be better.
Yes. So, okay, let's go into that. So what does it mean to be an ethical business? How do you guys help businesses be better?
So we have 8 standards of trust that all of our businesses that join agree to. So it's like we're a membership organization is our nonprofit designation. So like a chamber or a Rotary Club, the businesses pay dues. However, those dues go toward providing multiple programs across the community for both businesses and consumers. And so that really kind of sets us apart. And then we are also a 501c3 designation, which is charity, which allows us to offer presentations in the community to businesses, but also to consumers for things like helping seniors navigate how to not be taken advantage of with scams, or military consumers and things that are normally targeted at them. So a lot of really great programs come out of the work that we do.
So you bring that up, and I just have to say, Ashley and I just talked about being scammed online. So maybe that needs to be another episode, because I mean, what a great resource just to be able to educate consumers, seniors especially. I mean, my uncle just got scammed, and I mean, you never know. So just another great facet. So what does it look like to be a member?
So our members, when they join, again, they're supporting the overall mission and purpose of BBB, but they also receive a lot of great benefits. So their business profile, anyone can create a business profile, and we can talk about that. But their business profile is more robust. It's built out. They can list themselves in all types of businesses that they serve. So say you're a contractor, you can list yourself as a contractor, a roofer, remodeling, all different pieces of their business. Whereas a non-accredited business can just pick one lane to stay in. They can also have reviews. They're searchable for all of our consumers that come to our site to try and find an ethical business. We provide educational opportunities, webinars, and then we also provide consultations. And so those are one-on-ones with businesses.
Can you tell me more about those consultations? That was immediately what went off in my head.
Yes, so those are done with me. And so a business will schedule some time with me, and we will just talk through whatever their challenges are, whatever the hurdles are. And then I will create a customized plan for them of resources and ways that they can connect and maybe possibly overcome those hurdles and figure out the best path forward.
That's fantastic to hear. So can you give us an example of just one client, one business that you've helped?
Sure. So I do these quite often, and it's always, the best part is always hearing the business owner's story. And so a business owner came to me and just said, I don't know how to get the word out. I don't have a marketing budget. And how do I build my business? And I said, Networking is really important for every business owner. And so let me connect you with networking groups. Let me teach you some tips and tricks about networking and how to do it well. So that you can really build trust with other people, because that's where business comes from these days, is finding out what other people's experiences have been like.
Okay, so you build trust. I mean, that's something that's so core to who Legacy Purchasing Group is. So what else goes into that, building trust, and how does the BBB help, or what are other facets that will help build trust for a business?
Yeah, so we originally got our start more than 100 years ago through Truth in Advertising.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was actually the president of Coca-Cola that got together with some friends and said, I'm really tired of all this false advertising, all these, outlandish promises that this or that is going to cure all of your ailments. And they really wanted more robust, like, this is what our business is and what we do, and truth telling. Pardon me. And so that's really how we got our start. And we still do that today. We still do ad review and help businesses be more transparent in their messaging. Keeping promises, honoring a promise if you make one, telling us the truth always. So, if you are putting something on sale, are you saying, well, supplies last, but you really only had one in the first place just to get people in the door? That's not ethical, but people do it all the time.
yeah.
And so we have those conversations. But for us, one of the biggest things that is most important is to be responsive. And that is, whatever is happening, if a consumer is happy, if a consumer is upset, if they need something that you can provide, you should provide it.
Yeah.
And work through that conversation and that process. And so that's a review online, that's a complaint, that's the whole method that the consumer is communicating with you. Be responsive. That's your social media, that's everything, so that people understand that, yes, you're listening and you hear them, and we'll get the issue resolved, whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, and something else that I learned about you guys is you're really an advocate for businesses. So instead of, when I think of other platforms, it's a place to complain. The people that are going to write reviews are the ones who are super upset, or the ones who are thrilled that you went above and beyond.
Right.
To say my dad is a chimney sweep, and people write him reviews all the time because he goes above and beyond for it. But then you hear the other side of things where something absolutely horrible happened and they go on to write a complaint. What happens from there?
So a consumer has the choice to do one or the other. They can write a review or they can file a complaint, but they can't do both. Okay. If they write a review, then that's just them wanting to share their opinion publicly. And we encourage the business to respond to what is written. Yeah. However, if they file a complaint, then we serve as the middleman. We mediate, we talk through the conversation, and we even go to arbitration, and even binding arbitration. Wow. And our businesses really appreciate that, because it helps us help them manage their reputation. Yeah. So we can work through whatever is going on, and go back and forth through the conversation to basically counsel them both through the situation. You know, what are you upset about, and how can the business do right? You know, do you want an apology? Do you want your money back? What are we going to do here?
Yeah.
And those are resolutions that are amazing. You know, we can take a dispute and turn it into a positive. It's always a good thing.
Yeah. Well, so this is a random question, but from that experience, what are they typically looking for? Their money back? Are they looking for an apology? What are they looking for?
Every single one is different. Okay. Some of them want the work redone. Some of them do just want an apology. Some of them want a refund. And it really is an opportunity to help the business navigate each situation to figure out, is there something we could be doing better here?
Yeah. I'm actually reading a book, and I was looking around for it because I was going to hold it up, but it says that anytime something like that happens, it's a chance to win them back. It's a chance to correct the situation and go so above and beyond with it that they love you. Yes. For the situation. That's so great to hear. So is that service available only for members, or even the free profiles too?
We will do dispute resolution for anyone. And that is, if we receive a complaint about a business, we are going to reach out to that business, whether they're an accredited business or not. And we're going to say, what's going on here? Can we help? What lowers a rating is if they don't respond, and that's
good to know.
The responsiveness is important, and so you're not going to have your rating dip extremely if you have complaints. It's whether or not you're responding to them and handling them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just coming from the marketing side of things, I've worked for companies in the past that somebody will write a 1-star review and it was actually for the wrong company.
Yes. So that is the first thing yes, that's it. I'm so glad you brought that up, because that is very important to us. And so that's the very first thing that we do is verify that the business and the consumer have had a transaction and that it's the right one.
Yeah. I mean, and that happens more than you would think it does.
Yes. There's so many similar names out there, and it's easy for people to get confused.
Yes. So on that, so what does it look like to become a member, just for the free profile, that is?
Yeah, the free profile, you just go to bbb.org and click on for businesses and then create your profile. The great thing about us is that we have an extremely high domain authority online. And so what that means is that really boosts searchability and helps Google ratings and all of that good stuff. So we're in the high 90s for that, which most businesses are in the 10 to 15. So that is really encouraging businesses to build their profiles so that when their business website is on there, that backlink is pulling from that domain authority when people are searching. And so it's a good idea to do that.
Well, and for everybody watching that does not know what that means, so if you put something into Google and say you're looking for office supplies, so Office Depot, Staples, all the big ones are going to come up first. But if they are backlinked to, say, our website, it will help raise our listing. And so BBB, I mean, it's a great way to help raise that listing up on Google or any search engine. And then on top of it, it also adds the layer of credibility and trust being on your website.
Absolutely. And you can put your contact information in there, what type of business you had. Like I said, just the one, if you're not a member, but hey, that makes you more searchable than you were before, right?
So what are some other tools and opportunities like that are available for through the BBB?
Yeah, so we have a lot of educational material on our website as well. You can go back and look at old webinars that we've done. And really, the Small Business Help Center for me is amazing. And so that is its own link from the side menu. And no matter where you are in your business journey, you can look at that Small Business Help Center and find a resource or information that will help you move forward. And then the other really cool thing on our website that people get fascinated with when they look at it is Scam Tracker. And so you can go into Scam Tracker and you can look at what's being reported as far as, scams, and you can zoom in to like your neighborhood, or you can zoom out across the country. And so we use that to do a lot of research and a lot of investigations into what's going on in the marketplace so that we can share that with consumers. Yeah. But you can also report into it. So if you've had something happen, you can add it right in there. So really good feature.
Yeah, I've seen, even just on like the Nextdoor app, I've seen heads up to our neighborhood. There's a man who's going around saying he's a handyman and he is not.
Yes.
Taking
into that in Scam Tracker.
Yes. And so that's why this is such a great resource. Just to see it all in one place, where some of these other apps are just so minute to your area. But that's such a cool thing. So is there anything else that I did not ask that you want to go into?
Just, reach out to us. You may not realize ways that we can be of service, and that's for a business or for a consumer. That's one of the things that's very unique about us, is that we're serving two audiences at the same time. And the reason for that is that we want to build trust between those two audiences.
Yeah. And I love that. And so anybody watching right now, if you have any questions at all, feel free to pop them into the chat. Amy will answer them. She is such a great resource, and especially out of Fort Worth. And so actually one question I had for you, so I know you just had the Torch Awards come up. So what is that? What are other opportunities like that?
Yeah, Torch Awards are an annual event that we have that really celebrates ethical businesses in our community. And so businesses apply, and then we have outside judges look through the applications. The criteria for the application are character, so the character of the leadership, culture, the culture of the organization, customers, what your customers have to say about you, and community, and how connected you are in your community. And so they submit their answers for that, and then our outside judges determine the winners in each category. The categories are based on size of business, so that it's a little bit more fair as far as apples to apples. You don't want to compare a one-person business to 100 or more employees.
Yeah.
So that's great. We do all kinds of localized events. So we do shred days. When life is more normal, we have support in education. We do what's called a student video contest. We have a Topgolf fundraiser that helps raise money for the foundation. We've always got something going on. We've got a lot of good stuff, a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that. So I had a question. It completely just oh, wait, I know what it was. So this is the final question, unless anybody watching has a question. But so how does it look from the one size person business to the 1,000 size person business? Because you did say of all sizes, and I know that we work with small to medium sized businesses. So what does that look like? What's the difference between them?
And so it's just whatever their needs are customized. So if we have one of those consultations, it'll be, more understanding of the fact that there's one person doing all of this.
Yeah.
And then the dues are different, certainly. So a small business is going to have far more affordable dues than a larger business. And so it is on a scale for that. But it's great service for people to definitely take advantage of.
I agree. And so I want to say thank you so much, Amy, for joining us today. Thank you to the Better Business Bureau for all the fantastic things that you offer to our community, and that building the trust. I mean, that is something that's so important to us. So thank you. Yes, it is. Thank you everyone for watching. Again, if you have any questions, just let us know. Thank you.